continuing on with our Paul Klee cat. So I have made black glue. What I've done is taken regular white glue and I've mixed permanent black paint with it. So it's permanent black paint. That means that if it gets on your clothes, it's going to stay there. The black will stay there. It's not going to stay on your hands. But we don't want to get it on our hands because we don't want to mess up our picture. It is very, very, very important that when we do this, we're not dripping the glue down. We don't want to do that. We are going to be practicing on a piece of paper first. I've got my practice piece of paper, I've got my black glue. We do not need to write our name on this practice piece of paper because again, it is just practice. It will eventually go in the trash. First thing, when you get your black glue, you're going to open only this top part. So the triangular top, the one that's pointy at the top, you're going to twist it open. You have to be careful not to twist down here close to the glue bottle. So it's right at the very, very top. We want to make sure that we don't do things like this. We're not holding it up in the air and letting it drip down. That's not what we want. We want to take the glue bottle and literally touch the paper, and we're going to squeeze it so it makes a nice even line. Are we squeezing as hard as we possibly can? No, we don't want big globs of glue. We want to think of this like a Sharpie or a pencil. We have to put it so it touches and we're squeezing so we can get all of those details on our cat picture with the black glue. The black glue, the black glue is going to allow us to have an area that will border or make a little fence around the things that we're going to do, adding in color. All right, it's going to look very cool when we get totally done, and the black glue really helps us with that. So practice doing your black glue. You do not get to move on to your cat picture until I approve your glue lines. Okay, and what I'm looking for is to have 3 lines that are all even and the same. We do not want globby lines like this. All right, so we're not holding it up and dripping it down over the paper. So you're going to practice that now. Now that I have been approved with actually moving on to the cat, it's really, really important that you pay attention to where you're working. So you want to work from one side to the other. It doesn't matter to me which side you're working from, whether it's left, right, top, bottom, but you have to move yourself over so you're not trying to go over the top of it. So if I drew with the glue over here and then I have to go over here, what's going to happen? Yes, I am going to get glue all over me and I'm going to mess up my picture. So it's very important to start on one side and work your way over. If you get off your black lines a little bit, it's okay. So you can see I'm not doing the entire line. If it looks like I'm starting to run out of glue, I don't panic. I just go back and add it in. Sometimes you get these big globby things that come out, and that is okay. So I've made it to here. Well, I don't want to keep doing over here because I'll get it all over me. So I want to go back over here and continue. Notice I do about half of it, and then I go back and do the other half so that my hand won't get in the way. And you got to be careful. Got to go nice and slow on it. So taking your time, not rushing. If you squeeze too hard, then you're just going to have a big glob of black. So again, slowly, and you're not pressing down super hard with your glue bottle. So I did this eye. I don't want to do this one because then my hand would lay on top of it. So I'm going to come and make sure this side of the cat gets done. Ooh, I need to do that whisker before I move too far. And you can see how I went through that glue. It's perfectly fine. If you're getting stuff all over your glue bottle, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't use your fingers to wipe it off. You just kind of go with the flow. Ha, ha, little glue humor there. If you press harder and a bigger glob comes out, it's okay. If you mess up like I did and you get some there, again, it is okay. It's not going to be a big deal. In the end, we know that we like to turn mistakes into masterpieces. And this will have some mistakes. They're really not mistakes. They will work out in the end. So I'm just going through carefully and slowly putting the black glue on. Now that I've gotten my whole cat with glue, I have to be careful not to touch it. I'm going to take the glue bottle. This is really important. I'm going to twist it closed. Very, very important to twist it closed. You don't need to clean any of the stuff off the top. This has to stay flat. We cannot put it on the drying rack because if we put it on the drying rack, it'll be up. And then what happens? Glue starts to drip down. We do not want that. So you're going to have to come to me and I will tell you where you need to put your glued cat. All right? I will tell you where you need to put it. Once you have done that, then we'll see if we have enough time for anything else.